What's going on, everybody? It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord. It is Friday, and we all know what that means. We've got Mike Zuber from One Rental at a Time. How's it going, Mike?
It's going wonderful, man. How you doing? I look forward to these Friday conversations.
I really appreciate that you didn't show up in a shirt and tie.
Well, I knew who I was talking to.
because I am definitely pool lifing it right now. It's like, grab whatever t-shirt and boom, there you go. And I got my fluffy hair and we're good to go. But everyone can look forward to this thing as well. So what I wanted to talk about with you first today is your number one regret. We can all agree you're an elite investing. So the question is, what is the number one regret that you have? I believe I know what it is.
Okay.
In your journey in real estate. What's the number one regret that you have in your journey in real estate?
It's funny that you ask. I hit a milestone birthday the other day and I've had a time to reflect. It really comes from two deep dive sessions we've done back to back. So if you don't know, on my channel, we do a deep dive 9 a.m. We did one with Spencer on Todd, Spencer Cornelia, Monster on YouTube, Todd Baldwin, CNBC fame, talking about house hacking roommates. And then you and Dion followed that up with one doing units.
Yeah.
So after that session, it happened to be my birthday the next day. And I found myself in the morning, because I only recorded one video, which is the first time in like 3 years I did that on that day. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking my dogs or whatever, thinking about it. And I can confidently say on my real estate journey, the number one biggest regret I have is I didn't house hack at 20. I was replaying my journey in college. So at 20, I was in college. I was married, but in college. And I was making enough money. I could have qualified for a house hack in the Bay Area. I live in the Bay Area. I went back and looked at historical numbers. I could have house hacked probably a duplex would probably have been what I would have gotten.
I agree.
Maybe a tri, but probably a duplex.
Yep.
And dude, I did the math.
Oh no.
Oh, I did the math.
Oh no.
I did the math. I would have been a multimillionaire before I started my journey at 30. How stupid was I? Right? I start my journey by Norris Drive at 30 years old, get where I get to by the time I'm 45. I am such an idiot. I could have house hacked a duplex, been a multimillionaire at 27 or 28, had multiple units in the Bay Area.
In the Bay Area. Oh, dear God.
It was very depressing.
Well,
so my number one regret is I didn't house hack. I just didn't house hack. I didn't know about it. I didn't know it was a thing. The fact that you came up with the 4-3-2-1, the fact that Spencer and Todd and Dion and Anna Kelly and now Beth and all these amazing investors who are elite started with house hacking. I am the moron who got an expensive job, lived on 50% of his income, and did it the freaking hard way. House hacking is the easy way. I'm such an idiot.
It is. That's all right. Well, I mean, it's okay. You've given back. So the easy button here is that there's something that's always existed in these programs, and it's called the sustainability metric.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Okay. So the sustainability metric is essentially a calculation that FHA uses because you can actually still buy a fourplex. You can still buy a fourplex owner OC with only 5% down.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more.
The rule is that yes, it's an owner OC, but it has to pass something called a sustainability metric. The sustainability metric is there's another component to that appraisal that gets done. Mm-hmm. There's the value of the house, but then they also do appraisals on rents.
Yeah, income. It's the third. There's comps.
Yep.
Construction or replacement and income. There's 3 appraisal methods.
Correct. Okay. So part of that's actually looked at is if you have a 4-unit, and let's just say they do their appraisal and it's $2,500 a unit is what they would rent for.
Okay.
Based on what they see. So let's say it's a nicer area, whatever. $2,500 per unit, you multiply that times 4, that's your unit rents. That's 10. And then you multiply it by 0.75. They're giving you 75% of that number.
That credit. Okay. Because everything else is expenses, taxes, insurance. Okay.
Correct.
Got it.
So if that number is equal to the payment, then you are, the payment or less than, then you are in there. Then you're in, you can get something at 5% down.
Oh wait, I'm confused.
So
So first,
$10,000. So, go ahead.
why? So first off, why 10,000? I thought I was living in one of the units.
Right, but that's their calculation because they do
Okay,
it based on market rent,
I'm just
not
making
based.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
Yep,
so
you're
so it
exactly
is
right.
all 4 units, not
It
3.
is. It's not. Mhm.
Okay, so 4,000 4 times 2,500 is 10 grand minus times 75, $7,500. So I didn't understand the next part. So they're giving me credit for $7,500 in income.
Mhm.
So does my mortgage, tax, insurance at 5% down have to be less than the 7,500? I would assume.
Yes, it has to be less than
Okay.
7,500. Yep.
So basically they're saying, hey, we're going to give this guy 95% of the loan. The payment is going to be less than the income we're giving them credit for. And we feel good about that. That's basically that's sustainability.
It's exactly right. It's now.
So they're identifying that as a very low risk loan is what they're saying.
Yes. Yep. I.e., and
Ah.
here's the other cool thing though, too. You can also do a sliding scale on the deposit. So
You mean the down payment, not
the down
deposit.
payment, excuse me. Yes, the down payment can actually be sliding scale.
So for example, if 5% didn't work, 8% might, just for example.
Correct. Maybe 8 doesn't, maybe 10 doesn't, maybe 15 doesn't. Well, okay, then at 15, 20, now you're getting a little expensive.
Yeah, right. Now I can go get a conventional and I don't need a freaking product. Got it.
Exactly.
Wow, that's damn it. Maybe my regret, because I originally said duplex. Maybe I could have gotten a quad.
Could have.
Oh my God, if I could have gotten
So the good part about this is that I actually spent time with another one of your amazing experts, Matt, the mortgage guy.
Mm.
So we've done some collaborations together, but I said to him, I said, I don't remember this rule being in place when I did my deals. And he said it was always in place, but because of values, it was never touched.
Yeah, because at the time values were, it just didn't matter. It was
Didn't matter. He's like, you basically never hit the thing.
you got over with street shoes. You didn't even have to run it.
Exactly. Yep. So the cool thing is that anybody that's out there considering saying, hey, you know what? I'm not sure I'm going to house hack. I'm not really sure about what loans are out there. Here's the great news. You've already found us an amazing expert in Matt, the mortgage guy. He can do business in almost every state in the entire country.
Yeah.
So those programs are available to him. There's really just no excuse at this point.
Yeah.
Because
that's
then
crazy.
It's make the math work, right?
And again, I want people to hear me. I'm lucky enough to be sitting here at 50 with very few regrets. Hopefully you've seen my honest reaction. My one regret on this real estate journey is I didn't now buy a fourplex in Mountain View or Sunnyvale or Santa Clara in 1992.
What's something like that worth now?
I mean, if you bought a fourplex in 1992, you were probably paying 150. Today, that might be worth 2.2.
Get out.
Just one. One.
Oh my word.
Let alone what I would have done recycling capital and doing it again. And
you really are dumb.
I'm a freaking idiot. I'm an idiot. That should be the title. Michael's not a good investor. He's a freaking idiot.
We'll leave that to you running on that way on your channel.
Yeah. Why am I such an idiot?
But I think that, so, again, I wanted to really delve into this because, again, in the 4-3-2-1 method, it's all about conserving as much capital as you can on that down payment.
Yes.
So you can become a deal hunter.
Yes.
You can become a deal. And Mike, here's the other great thing, right? So one of the things that I do is, and a lot of the properties that I invest in, they're from landlords that have had them for quite some time.
Yeah, of course.
And so what is drastically reduced is the rents. The rents are super low. Mm-hmm. But here's the nutty crazy thing. They're going to do an appraisal that assumes and understands what the market
rent is. Wow. So you get a discount on price. You get to assume the future. The sustainability gets a lot easier to jump over. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for making me feel like an idiot this morning. I needed that ego check.
The good news is it's there. It's attainable. Everybody can do it. It still fits into the model of the buy box, right?
Oh yeah.
And sitting down and going through the process of evaluating a deal. So again, I went through all this process because I wanted to encourage people that are saying the American dream is dead. I've seen that far too much this week. It is not dead. It is reformed. And the opportunity for you there, believe it or not, is far greater for wealth than buying a single family home for you and your four and no more. It is far greater. So I would encourage people to really understand those metrics that we covered in today's video, because I think that that's going to put people in a different position where you can now more aggressively evaluate the 2s, 3s, and 4s in your market and recognize that you don't have to be there for 2 years or 10 years or 15 years. You're there for 1 year and you can move out and you can get into a different loan.
Just wow.
I mean,
this 4-3-2-1 house hacking. I mean, if I had a magic wand and could get one wish, I would have it be taught as a senior in high school. Again, I want people to realize, if you were a senior in high school, 18, and you took on house hacking, whether it's roommates or units, there's a very good chance in most of the country you're financially free by 25.
Yeah.
And in the rest of the country, you're financially free by 30.
Yeah.
That does not suck.
No. I mean, just like financial freedom, we understand now. Now imagine getting there 20 years earlier. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I probably
I could have, like, again, if I would have bought that fourplex, I'm here sitting here revisiting my Sunday stroll, thinking I could have been done before I started. How stupid is that? How dumb am I?
Don't be too hard on yourself. It's
That's
all
okay.
right. Well, we found other ways to make it up. We did.
Yeah.
We found other ways to make it up. So, Mike, where can everybody find you, my friend?
One rental at a time. If you'd like to come for this great advice where I make mistakes all the time, we do a live session, 8 a.m. on Saturday. Look forward to it. Thanks.
It is there. We don't miss it. And so, as I always say, we try and create great content for you. Hit that subscribe and the like button. And we will be back in segment 2, where we will actually show you how we put together a seller finance deal for the offer. Not a bunch of back end stuff, but actually presenting the offer. So we'll see you in segment 2. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.